My wife called me while I was visiting friends. I'm divorcing you, and I've sold our business to start over with my new partner. She laughed. I replied calmly, good for you. When I got home, her cocky smile vanished when she saw I was sitting around a fire pit last Friday night with 3 of my oldest friends, beer in hand, finally relaxed for the first time in months. My phone buzzed. Caller ID, * Maya, wife *. I answered, expecting small talk. Instead, her voice was cold and rehearsed. Don't babe me. I'm calling to tell you I'm divorcing you. Effective immediately. Papers are ready. Oh, and I sold our company. Derek and I are taking my half to start over. Derek, my former business partner, a man I once called my best friend. She laughed like it was all a big joke. My friends stared, waiting for me to explode. Instead, I sipped my beer and calmly said, good for you. Then I hung up. When I pulled into our driveway an hour later, she was standing on the porch, wine glass in hand, smug smile plastered across her face. Derek leaned against the railing beside her like he already owned the place. That was fast, Maya mocked. Didn't even beg? I walked past them without flinching, just here to grab a few things. Inside, the house looked raided, my office stripped, our safe wide open, even my late father's watch missing. She'd cleared everything out. You're not going to cause a scene, are you? She smirked. Why would I? You sold the business, right? Exactly. Derek's lawyer made sure it's airtight. You'll get your half eventually. Derek chuckled. I nodded. Right. Just one question. When exactly did you sign the sale contract? She frowned. 2 days ago. Why? I pulled a folded document from my jacket and laid it on the counter. Because 3 days ago, I transferred every intellectual property right into my name. Quietly. Legally. You didn't sell a company. You sold an empty shell. Her smirk vanished. Derek's face twitched. You're bluffing. Read it, I said. The next morning, I met with Gregory Price, the investor who thought he'd bought our company. His office was all glass and steel. He flipped through the documents I'd prepared. Patents, licensing agreements, back-end code ownership, all signed, notarized, mine. So what you're saying, he muttered, is we paid millions for a business with no functioning systems? Exactly. Everything you bought is tied to licenses I own. Without me, you have nothing. He leaned back, silent for a long moment. And you're here to offer a solution? I'll license it back to you for triple the purchase price. He studied me, then smiled faintly. Ruthless, but smart. We shook hands. Deal done. Meanwhile, Maya's phone lit up at home. Email number 1, acquisition terminated. Assets fraudulent. Legal review pending. Email number 2, IRS investigation launched. Accounts frozen. Her wine glass shattered on the porch. No, no, no. This isn't happening. By the time she stormed into my new office suite, mascara streaked, hair wild, I was calmly signing the licensing deal with Price. You sabotaged everything, she screamed. Give me back something. Half the deal. My share. Anything. I slid an envelope across the table. She tore it open, desperate, only to find the prenup she signed 5 years ago. Bold black ink. Any business assets founded or developed by Jordan Reed prior to or during the marriage remain his sole property. She went pale. This isn't the version I saw. No, I said evenly. That's the version Derek made sure you didn't see. I kept the real one filed with the notary minutes later. 2 agents arrived. Maya Reed, you're being served. Fraud investigation. She turned to me, eyes wide. You turned me in? I shook my head. Your name's on the sale contract, not mine. The fallout was brutal. Lawsuits, audits, headlines calling her the CEO who sold nothing. Derek bailed, throwing her under the bus. Screenshots of their emails leaked, bragging about milking the idiot husband dry. She became a walking cautionary tale. Me? I rebuilt quietly. Triple payout from the licensing deal set me up for life. I started a new venture, leaner, smarter, mine alone. Last I heard, Maya was still fighting lawsuits with no money, no friends, no partner. And every time someone asks what happened, I just smile. Because sometimes the best revenge is already being 10 steps ahead.